So, meine Damen und Herren, es ist wieder soweit. Wir haben eine neue Reaction in diesem Jahr. Erstmal frohes Neues. Oh mein Gott. Ich habe jetzt herausgefunden, dass anscheinend die Mikroeinstellungen oder der Winkel, wie ich das Mikro hier habe, eigentlich das Beste ist. Weniger Störgeräusche bei Ps und Ts oder was auch immer. Ihr wisst, was ich meine. Zumindest die, die sich mit Content Creation auskennen. Jedenfalls, wie ihr schon seht, wir schauen die Developer Direct. Wieso ist das eigentlich die deutsche Version? Wir sind cool, wir schauen die, Ach, lol. Okay, krass. Wusste ich gar nicht, dass sie das extra darauf gepusht haben. Also, dass das so lokal. Ihr wisst, was ich meine. Egal. Junge, was geht, Tim? Junge, wie geht's dem besten Content Creator aller Zeiten? So, jedenfalls, dann würde ich mal sagen, wir machen erstmal den Chat weg. Auch wenn wir den eh nicht sehen, wir wollen keine Konsolenkrieg, Kinder. Und dann schauen wir mal. Ich hoffe, der Sound passt. So, letztes Jahr war die Developer Direct tatsächlich ganz gut. Pacing hätte ein bisschen besser sein können. Bei 5 Spielen. Diesmal sind es 4 und es geht länger. Irgendwie 48 Minuten soll es gehen. Aber egal, wir schauen mal. Tatsächlich interessieren mich diesmal sogar alle Spiele. Na, mal gucken, vielleicht gibt es auch ein 5. Spiel, so als Shadow Drop. Die Premiere ist sogar tatsächlich noch gerade. Sind nur 20 Minuten behind. Oh mein Gott, Todd Howard! Ich wüsste gar nicht, was mich so am meisten juckt. Ich würde sagen, das Indiana Jones Spiel. Weil dazu weiß man tatsächlich gar nichts. Okay, man fängt mit Avowed. Ich weiß nicht, wie das heißt. Werden die bestimmt 1000-mal sagen hier. Dann let's go. Oh mein Gott, Powerrüstung.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment. I'm so proud to share with you our upcoming fantasy action RPG, Avowed. Avowed is an adventure into the heart of the living lands, a frontier at the edge of the known world, where you must put a stop to a mysterious spiritual plague and discover a secret at the heart of the living lands. At Obsidian, we love creating worlds with deep themes, dynamic gameplay, and thoughtful reactivity.
Oh mein Gott, Fallout New Vegas.
Is no different. We set out to blend the believable and fantastical, to give players a world and experience like no other. It's colorful, it's vibrant, it's strange. It's one of the most incredible settings in the world of Aora. There's going to be a lot of great secrets to discover, one of which has a
Oh, ich sehe
really
gerade,
personal
Dominik und Tim
connection
sind
to you
sogar
as the
im
player
Discord. Junge,
character,
Jungs,
and you're
Grüße
gonna have
gehen
a great
raus.
time getting to
Ich
know
komme
those
nachher zu
secrets
euch.
and leaving your mark on the world. And when it comes to encounters, our combat brings the best
Oh
of the
shit, Gameplay.
moment-to-moment fun that comes with action-oriented gameplay and the
Ja.
depth and breadth of choice that you get with an RPG. Here to talk more about Avowed's combat is Gabriel
Avowed.
Baramo,
Boah, ich
Gameplay
kann das nicht
Director.
aussprechen. Holy
Here at
shit.
Obsidian, our team's overarching goal is to empower you with choice. So we developed a flexible combat
Mein
system
Gott,
that
die
allows you to
zocken das
quickly
so
swap
hinten.
from spellcasting and sharpshooting to melee combat. We want to give you the
Junge, ist die
freedom to mix
Glatze
and match your
geschminkt?
loadout to fit the way you want to play from moment to moment, uninterrupted. For all battles, you can combine a variety of weapons, attacks, and abilities for tactical advantages against a wide range of enemy types. It's not just hacking and slashing. You're making real-time decisions about when to use your abilities, powerful melee attacks, blocks, parries, and
Das erinnert mich
special
irgendwie ein
attacks.
bisschen an Elder Scrolls Blades. Nur
If you choose to
qualitativer.
approach combat with a one-handed wand, it feels quick and snappy when dealing damage to enemies at mid-range.
Ich weiß jetzt
Using
nicht,
the
ob ich das
Tanglefoot
Spiel
ability,
hübsch
you can stop
finden
enemies in
soll
their
oder
tracks,
ein
giving you the
Downgrade zum
opportunity
ersten
to
Trailer.
focus on weaker or tougher combatants in an intentional and controlled manner. It's important to pay attention
Okay,
to the types of
irgendwie
enemies you're
First
dealing with.
Person,
Some units are extremely
weiß
defensive,
ich nicht, ob das
some are
das Beste für das
brutally
Spiel ist.
and others you must make sure you
I
prioritize
mean, ich
or
probiere
their
es
healing
aus.
capabilities
Ich habe
will put
sowieso
you
auf alle
in a
Spiele
tough
Bock, die
spot.
heute gezeigt
To help
werden.
with the different
Halt
encounters
das,
you will face,
Avowed.
we provide
Mein Gott.
customizable loadouts
Ich
that
werde es
can be
noch lernen
quickly
bis zum
switched during
Release.
combat. That means you can play
Hellblade 2,
however you want.
auch sehr Bock.
Equip a sword and shield and
Ara
charge
History
into battle.
Untold, auch übelst
Dual-wield
Bock.
pistols and
Das
control
soll
the
so ein
encounter
Sith-Klon werden,
or even
soweit ich
dual-wield
weiß.
wands to feel like a gunslinging mage. You
Das
could
war das
use your
4.
enchanted
Ah ja,
wand
das
to freeze
Indiana
enemies
Jones Spiel.
and then
Da bin
use
ich
your
mal sehr
offhand
gespannt,
weapons
wie
power
das
attack
überhaupt
to shatter
aussieht.
them.
Dazu weiß man ja wirklich gar nichts. Wurde
We
ja auch
work
gar nichts
hard to
geleakt.
keep you constantly engaged as battles unfold by creating a balance between pressure and manageability during combat.
Players will have ample choices for how to build and progress their envoy in the world of the living lands as they get to know the game and the story and explore the many diverse regions. Some quests in Avowed will have you make difficult decisions with profound consequences. Like this side quest you may encounter in Shatterscarp.
Ja, aber ich mag
the
die
third region
Vegetation, die
you'll
sieht gut
explore on
aus.
your journey through the living lands.
Ich meine, YouTube
As you're
macht
exploring,
natürlich die
come
Bitrate
across the
wieder
bodies of these
schlechter,
fallen
als sie
soldiers.
eigentlich ist.
And as you explore the remains of the battle, it's up to you to determine who, if anyone, is at fault.
Just the four of us. Manu, Kiri, Naoki, and me.
Oh mein Gott, es gibt vernünftige
Trying to keep Third
Gesichtsanimationen bei... Ah ne,
In other
Bethesda ist das ja gar nicht.
we're a gang of vigilantes.
Ey, das ist auch so insane, dass Obsidian und Bethesda jetzt unter derselben Mutterkonzern gehören. Fallout New Vegas 2.
Making the right choice isn't always what it seems. We embrace moral nuance and gray areas, trusting players to make tough decisions in complicated situations.
My squad and I rested in the cave by the water last night, and as we were sleeping, we were
Nur der erinnert mich
ambushed by
übelst an
those
so einen
miserable
Baldur's Gate
Zords.
Charakter.
I was so surprised. It was so dark. I just got separated from everyone else. Look, I can't face those monsters alone, but I have to know if anyone else made it out. Of course,
Die Haare sind ein bisschen
Sergeant
weird.
Asui never has a thought he won't say out loud. So what did he tell you? That
Ist
Captain
nicht, was
Luiki
da
was sick?
falsch läuft.
That I was paranoid? That I was a dumb baby? I heard it all often and loudly. Wait, if you found Sergeant Asui, why is he not here with you? What happened?
Aber wenn beide,
At the end of the quest,
beide
you have a
Spiele,
choice.
alle 4
When
Spiele
you
dieses
confront
Jahr
Private
erscheinen, ist das schon
Mountain,
wieder
if
ein
you
gutes
believe the
Line-Up
story
für
he's
dieses Jahr.
told you, you can hand over the
Wie letztes
badges
Jahr.
and
Letztes
let
Jahr
him
hat
go
ja
back
Xbox
home.
auch ein gutes Line-Up.
You're right. Real battle isn't something you can prepare for, is it? It's not my fault. No, they should have never have camped in the cave. I'll take the badges. I'm going back to Thirdborn.
But if you confront him, if you believe that he fled the site of the battle as an act of cowardice, then he might challenge you to a fight to reclaim his honor. Either way, when you return to town, you'll see the consequences of your actions and the choices you made during this quest. Creating an immersive experience like Avowed is anchored in the world we build. Art director Matt Hansen and the team have worked to create a unique, colorful, and dynamic visual style.
From the outset, we knew that we wanted a Avowed setting to feel rich, weird, and wonderful. We found inspiration in a wide swath of real-world cultures, helping us create a unique RPG experience. By contrasting the vibrant with the dull, or verdant spaces with sickly ones, we can better deliver complex emotional experiences for our players. The Living Lands is a continent of untamed valleys with widely varied biomes, from luxuriant forests to volcanic wastes. And each of those regions itself is a conflux of storied
Manche Texturen
landscapes.
sehen echt gut aus und
All
manche
of the
dann eher
regions
weniger.
have a lot of special things associated with them, but I have a deep place in my heart for Shatterscarp. As you're wandering the wastes of Shatterscarp, you might notice off in the distance a vibrant jewel of color. By transitioning from destitute, muted tones of a wasteland of sand and marching in towards a beautiful oasis, there's the opportunity
Zum Beispiel die
there for
Steine
life,
sehen übelst
for
krass
adventure,
aus.
and even a little
Wo ich
danger.
einmal ein Beispiel für eine etwas niedriger aufgelöste
We hope you've
Textur.
enjoyed this look at Avowed.
Zum
We're
Beispiel die
thrilled to
Steine
share
da
more about
gerade.
the game in the coming months, and we can't
Oder der
wait for
Kopf,
you to
dieser
explore the living
Knochenkopf.
lands when Avowed launches this fall.
Oh, im Herbst, okay. Und let's go. Bock ist da. Series X, S, PC, ja, Game Pass. Ja, perfekt. Das war tatsächlich gut vom Pacing. Mal gucken, wer kommt als nächstes. Es geht zu perfekt Hellblade. Das Spiel sieht aber grafisch schon sehr insane aus.
Hi, I'm Don Matthews, studio head here at Ninja Theory in Cambridge, UK. We're now in the final months of development on Senua Saga Hellblade 2, and the team is working hard to bring you an unforgettable journey.
Das Spiel ist aber auch schon übelst lange in Entwicklung. Aber guckt euch an, wie gut das aussieht. Holy shit. Aber Grafik sagt natürlich nicht alles. Ich muss tatsächlich noch den ersten Teil spielen und ich habe so tatsächlich auch bald vor. Ja, Mann. Deutschland ist auch vertreten.
In Iceland. But not just her quest has changed. Senua herself has grown since the first Hellblade. She's made peace with her past and is no longer in such fear of her visions.
Oder war sie Österreicher? Keine
While the
Ahnung.
Furies are still her constant companions, she encounters new people along the way, some of which will value her unique perspective, and others who will reject it.
Little by little, this settlement became my tribe.
In the game, Senua arrives in 10th century Iceland on the trail of the Vikings who have been enslaving her people. In the story, we're trying to be as faithful to history as we can.
Das Spiel die ganze Zeit mit schwarzen Balken gespielt. So Cinematic.
Senua will face up to giants who have plunged the land into chaos, and which in turn has seen the rise of the Droiga, a violent threat that has swept through the settlements that she'll discover. Senua will make new enemies and also new allies who will come to see her unique perspective as a beacon of hope. And she'll discover, along with us, how this viewpoint can have its advantages.
Senua is a Celtic warrior who experiences psychosis, seeing things that other people don't, hearing voices, and having unique beliefs about the world around her. To bring Senua's perspective of the world to life in a truthful way, we have once again worked closely with Professor Paul Fletcher at the University of Cambridge, as well as people with lived experience of psychosis.
Der sah einfach aus wie Cillian Murphy.
It's terrifying.
Players will find themselves traversing beautiful and hostile environments, seeking answers from patterns and signs that Senua sees in her own unique way, and battling through encounters with enemies that will push Senua to her limits.
Boah, das wird so ein Fiebertraum, aber ich hab so Bock.
On Saga, we've taken everything to the next level. With a new motion capture space, a bigger stage team, a stunt crew, and a new cast.
We spent a lot of time planning the motion capture shoots, thinking of what events would be good to bring into this fight. Like, how can we make this fight feel different from the previous fight? We have all new combat for the sequel. One of our key goals was the ability to actually tell a story throughout it. It does feel very different from the first game, but it's very brutal and you're very invested in it. Senua isn't a superhero, she's fighting for survival, and we want the player to feel her struggle in every step of her journey. We want the player to always feel like they just scraped through, just survived it.
Mel knows Senua better than anyone, better than I do. Her instincts are amazing, and she really doesn't need much help from me. On stage, our main focus is storytelling. So I get to watch the actors and see all the beautiful expressions on their faces. And then I have to wait a little while, and then I get to see that all again, in-game, in costume, on location, everything. It's a great experience, a great process.
Every discipline in the
Jo.
studio is unified in achieving a deep level of immersion to help suspend your
Holy
disbelief
shit.
and pull you into
Der
Senua's
Vergleich jetzt
story.
gerade mit Avowed?
We were lucky enough to do a few reference gathering trips in Iceland. You have to be there. The sense of scale, everything is incredible.
Einfach dieser grafische
And you
Unterschied.
see a scene or you see a small section of the game and you're like, yeah, that works, that's amazing.
Senua experiences reality differently, and a part of this manifests in the voices she hears. These voices come to life through binaural audio, which provides a good representation of this type of auditory
Boah, das wird so ein
hallucinations.
gutes Spiel.
As we focus
Ich
on immersion,
hab das Gefühl, das wird
binaural
echt
audio
richtig
is perfect
nice.
for this because through headphones you surround yourself in
Das
a
Problem wird
three-dimensional
nur sein, die
space.
Leute
In the first game, we only
werden ein
applied to the
bisschen
voices
abgeschreckt sein,
that
weil das
Senua
der
listens
zweite
in her
Teil
head.
ist.
In this game,
Aber
through
vielleicht machen die
spatial
sich ja auch die
audio
Mühe und
technology
spielen dann auch den
and,
ersten.
some
Ich meine, das
extra
Spiel geht auch nicht so
capabilities in
lange.
the game, there is music that is binaural.
Was
Every
ja ein
single
guter
sound
Punkt ist
has potential
heutzutage,
to be binaural,
wo
so
Spiele
everything
natürlich
is
immer so richtig krass gestreckt sein
spatialized
müssen.
around you and it's a very beautiful experience. Music is a strange language in the sense that it speaks
Und da
to
bin
our
ich mal gespannt, wie die
emotions
deutsche Synchro sein wird
fast
von dem
and
Spiel.
deep. It's not only about quality, it's about personality. So when you listen to Hellblade, you know it's Hellblade. On the music, we are working with Heilung, which for me is a personal privilege because I really admire them. We feel their craft, their depth, their meaning in the music. It really connects with our game and elevates it to something really special. We are also working with a heavy metal singer, throat singers, and our very own Furies. They sing so beautiful, and we add that binaural touch of music. So this all creates a very immersive and a very special and unique experience.
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech. And that's our aim in Senua Saga Hellblade 2, is to not only see where Senua goes next, but to deliver something really meaningful for our players.
My hope is that they will really connect to Senua as a character, and even if they can't really relate to what she's going through, maybe they know someone that relates to that character and they can then understand that person better.
Well, I don't want to sound cheesy, but in a way I'm Senua, right? She exists and doesn't. It exists through all of our work, through every ninja. So
Aber wenn die
we all
Grafik
are
fertig
Senua,
ist, dann ist
and
das Spiel schon
we are
echt
creating this character that
bald.
grows and grows and grows and grows and keep growing and keep
Ja,
changing.
vielleicht wird ja noch bei
So
Avowed was gemacht.
that makes it real.
I'm so proud of the love, care and passion
Aber ist
our
jetzt auch
team
nicht
here
schlimm,
at
wenn
Ninja
nicht.
Theory are putting into Senua Saga Hellblade 2.
Ich würde schon sagen, das sieht schon
Our
besser
hope
als
is to not
Starfield
only
aus.
create a game that
No
is great
front.
to play, but to craft an experience that leaves you thinking and feeling. From our combat gameplay through to our action set pieces.
Könnte vielleicht
from our
sein, dass es
cinematic
ein
scenes
Anwärter
to our
zu meinem
puzzle
Spiel des
songs.
Jahres werden
Everything is
könnte.
crafted in service of Senua's journey. A journey that you can embark on May 21st.
Oh, es stimmte sogar echt, dass es im Mai kommt. Ja, perfekt. Ja, cool. Let's go. Mal sehen, wie die Optimierung ist. So, ich glaube, Indiana Jones kommt als letztes. Habe ich recht? Hä? LOL? Square Enix? LOL? 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 What the fuck? Tatsächlich ein Shadow... Was ist das denn? Ist das ein Mana-Spiel oder was ist das? Jetzt so, wir haben Square Enix gekauft. Okay, jetzt. Holy shit.
My name is Masaru Oyamada.
Kommt jetzt.
Producer
Okay,
for the
tatsächlich
Mana
Mana.
series here at Square
Game Pass.
聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの情報を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにいち早くお伝えできる機会をいただき
Hä, wie geil ist das
大
denn
変
einfach?
光栄です。コンソールゲームとしては約17年ぶりとなる聖剣伝説シリーズの完全新
Ja,
作。
perfekt. Junge, Phil
聖
Spencer
剣伝
Chat.
説シリーズは1991年に
Bringt jetzt die Spiele auf die Xbox und gleichzeitig Game Pass?
マナと聖剣をめぐって描かれる愛をテーマに個性豊かなキャラクターたち 心に響く楽曲の数々、武器の特性を生かして戦うアクション RPG としてこれまでに17作発売され、長らく愛されてきました。本作は30年以上の歴史あるシリーズの最新作となるため、これまで培われてきた聖剣伝説としての世界をしっかり感じられるものを目指して鋭意制作中です。フィールドでは自然や精霊とのつながりを感じられる色彩豊かな聖剣伝説の世界を体験してもらえると思います。シリーズおなじみのモンスターたちも本作に登場しています。今回これらのおなじみのモンスターたちを作り出した聖剣伝説の生みの親である石井光一さんとともに、聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの内容を紹介していきたいと思います。
Hello, I am Koichi Ishii from Grebs. I am so happy to introduce the newest game in the Mana series to Xbox players. 初期の頃からシリーズ作品に登場しているモンスターたちは私が考案したものですが、中には小学生の頃すでにイメージができていたものもあります。
Christian hatte einfach Unrecht. Es sind 2 Reihen, wo Square Enix nicht reinscheißt.
最新化して聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナに落とし込むか、デザインの方向性からモデルの完成イメージまでを監修する立場でプロジェクトに参加しました。聖剣伝説ファイナルファンタジー外伝を作っていた頃
Oh mein Gott, er hat die Reihe genannt. Ja, aber komm, es wird jetzt langsam mal echt Zeit, dass Final Fantasy 16 und Final Fantasy 7 Remake für Xbox kommt. Sony auf zu blockieren.
可愛いだけではなく恐ろしさの部分もしっかりと表現できているので、バトル中はモンスターたちの表情にも注目してください。
これまで聖剣伝説シリーズには空を旅する、海を渡る手助けをしてくれる頼もしい仲間たちがいましたが、今作には広大なフィールド探検に欠かせない新たな仲間が登場します。
Ja, Mann,
陸上を猛スピードで駆け回ってくれるピックル。ピックルも石井さんが新たに考案してくださっています。
新たな仲間を考えるにあたっては、今作のマスコットキャラクターになるくらい可愛い動物にしたいという漠然とした思いがありました。その上でヨークシャテリアの毛並み、見た目はアルマジルによく似た仙山港や古代エジプト神のアヌビスの子供といった具体的なイメージが浮かんできて、それぞれの特徴を取り入れながらラフデザインを書き起こしました。デザイナーにもアイデアを出してもらいながら、足の長さや丸まった時のイメージなどゲームの中での見え方も考えながら調整を重ねていき、ピックルは誕生しました。
もう一つの挑戦は楽曲面です。過去さまざまなコンポーザーが携わられた楽曲の雰囲気が感じられつつも、最新作として素晴らしい新たな楽曲が生まれました。
Du kannst eigentlich nicht jetzt das neueste Spiel auf eine Konsole bringen, wo noch nie eins von der Reihe erschienen ist, ohne die Vorgänger mal drauf zu packen. Zumindest, ich weiß gar nicht, ob Secret of Mana ein Remake hatte. Ich glaube schon. Heißt das nicht Trials of Mana? Weiß ich gerade gar nicht. Oder war das ein Sequel?
今作ではインタラクティブミュージックを導入しており、冒険の没入感を高めてくれます。探索中の BGM がバトルに入った瞬間、アレンジが切り替わる様を。
Ey, aber cool, dass das nicht geleakt wurde. Erlebt man ja heutzutage nicht oft, dass es Überraschungseffekte gibt.
今作はアクション RPG 聖剣伝説のアクション部分が強化されています。空中でのアクションがバトルの鍵となっており、武器での攻撃だけでなく魔法での攻撃も可能になっています。そして本作ならではの特徴として、聖剣伝説シリーズではおなじみの精霊たちがいますが、その力を宿した武器を使うとバトルを手助けしてくれるようになります。精霊によっては様々な特性の違いがありますので、 その効果とともに聖剣伝説の世界らしい
Soll das jetzt eigentlich ein Boss sein oder was soll das sein?
爽快なバトルを楽しんでいただけます。
オリジナルモンスターやピックリにも注目してほしいのですが、聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナは聖剣伝説
Ich habe, by the way, absolut keine Ahnung von Secret of Mana und dem Franchise. Deswegen keine Ahnung, ob das Spiel wirklich nur aus Monster bekämpfen besteht und keine Ahnung was.
私自身もプレイするのを楽しみにしています。
聖剣伝説シリーズとして初めて Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにお届けする本作聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナは今後も様々な情報をお届けしていきますので、ぜひご期待ください。この夏、この忘れられない冒険を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんに楽しんでいただける日が今から待ちきれません。
NFTs fällen, wir brauchen eine neue Möglichkeit, Geld zu verdienen. Oh, im Sommer. Xbox Release. Oh. Perfekt, komm. Jetzt hauen wir noch hier Ara raus. Perfekt. So, wird es ein guter Sith-Klon? Wir werden es sehen. Jetzt ist es sowas komplett anderes. Und davon gab es auch nur einen Cinematic-Trailer.
Hello, and welcome to Oxide Games. We founded the
Hello
studio
there.
in 2013 with our decades of personal experience building some of the most beloved strategy games of all time, like Civilization 5.
LOL, was?
Something new and innovative in a genre we all love.
Hä, was? Das sind die Entwickler von
Ara
Civ
History
5?
Untold is the game
Als
we
ob.
dreamt of making.
Ara is an homage to historical gamers, strategy gamers, 4X gamers. It features all the depth and gameplay
Lol,
fans
ja,
of
ich
the
hatte
genre
recht, es ist
love,
echt
where
ein
you'll
Civ-like
explore the
Game.
world, expand your nation, govern your people,
Jo.
and engage with your rivals on the international stage. But it isn't just more of the same. With Ara, we wanted to challenge some of the preconceived notions about the genre, push it forward in a modern, empowering, and truly compelling and approachable way.
For example, we have over 100
Ich habe gerade so dieses Toy Story Meme gerade in meinem Kopf mit Andy, wie er Woody wegwirft mit I don't want to play with you anymore.
And make it really good.
Es tut mir leid, Civ.
Hi, Dan. That's Dan. We started in his basement. It's been an amazing process to see from concept to completion. We started small, building a robust game engine, questioning our design assumptions, and prototyping out features, rediscovering what made us fall in love with strategy games in the first place.
The end result is Ara, the historical grand strategy game that presents a living world where you can rule how you want to rule and chart your own path to becoming the most prestigious
Das sieht voll
nation on
geil
the
aus.
planet.
For Ara, we knew we needed deep systems with outcomes that encourage exploration and give players the power to experiment and make meaningful strategic choices while still having agency over their playstyle.
We also wanted to explore
Ich sehe schon, ich
more
weiß, wen ich
different parts of
anstecheln muss, das
history
mit mir zu
and give
spielen.
players from around the world the chance to see the game reflect their unique perspective
Nur
and
ich
not
muss die
just
Person
ours.
überzeugen, kein Civ 6 mehr mit
Finally,
mir zu
we knew
spielen.
that for players to feel the impact of their decisions, they would need to see their choices reflected in the game world itself, not just through numbers on a menu. One of the first differences you'll see when you dive into Ara is what we call the living world. It's a procedurally generated alternate Earth, bursting with life, an intuitive, authentic, and immersive space, a blank canvas for players to paint the society of their dreams.
The living world isn't just a map. It reflects the choices players make over the course of the game.
Das Ding ist, ich kann es ja nur mit Civ vergleichen. Ich habe ja kein Europa Universalis oder Hearts of Iron gespielt, deswegen kann ich jetzt nicht sagen, was das Spiel so ähnelt.
We want players to feel like they're truly occupying the world, leading their people as they thrive and grow. Core to the vision of Ara is our philosophy of rule how you want to rule. And no feature better exemplifies this than the prestige system.
To win a game of Ara, players will compete with their rivals to build the most influential, impressive, and important nation the world has ever known. This is measured by prestige, the player's score that proves their worth as a leader.
The prestige system gives players the chance to decide what kind of leader they want to be. Do they want to pursue great works of arts and culture? Military might? Scientific advancement? The choice is
Jo,
theirs.
einfach Evangelion.
In Ara, there are no set victory conditions. Players get to decide what is most important to them and focus and prioritize on those goals while still being able to win the game.
Personally, when I play Ara, I like to build triumphs. Triumphs are our collection of incredible monuments and architectural achievements from throughout human history. Like the Great Pyramid of Giza. They're hard to build, but worth it, giving huge prestige bonuses and game-changing abilities to the nation that constructs them.
Another aspect of Ara that I'm personally excited about is our crafting system.
The crafting system offers a unique challenge to the player that they generally won't see often in the 4X genre. Succeeding at balancing, gathering the right things, turning them into the tools that you need, and then finally getting to the outcome or reward of something like an important improvement or triumph.
Nee, ich habe jetzt gerade mal nachgeguckt, die haben gar nicht Civ 5 gemacht.
4X games.
Crafting plays out in Ara at
Oder
a
haben die
national
gesagt, dass
scale,
sie
with players
das
honing and combining the
ähneln
natural
soll?
resources they harvest into all
keine
manner
Ahnung, ist doch
of
egal.
foods and components. Those are the foundation for everything from international
Ja, aber ich
trade
find's echt
to improving their
interessant.
cities and citizens' lives and even manufacturing the weapons necessary
Hat
to
irgendwie
craft
so eine
military
Mischung aus
units.
Anno
The
und Civ.
crafting system in Ara encourages thoughtful, advanced planning. It rewards players who can see the strategic outcome of all their collective decisions and not just the individual ones.
I'm proud of the work that's gone into our simultaneous turn system. Many strategy games have players alternate taking turns and reacting to their opponent's moves. In Ara, all players' actions are resolved at the same time. This rewards players' ability to navigate uncertainty, to predict and strategically plan for a variety of scenarios in the moment. This system makes Ara just feel more real. In a typical strategy game, once your turn is finished, you have to wait for a long time. With simultaneous turns, generally speaking, those times are very low. You get to keep playing the game and stay engaged rather than having those periods of downtime where you're not doing anything.
It's not easy sifting through all of history and picking what to include. For Ara, we wanted to offer a fresh perspective, so we looked at cultures and societies throughout the millennia with the broadest lens possible.
Where this approach really shines is in our leaders. Leaders are so often seen as military personnel or prominent government figures, but leaders come in so many different forms. They're thought leaders, scientific and cultural prodigies, and many more.
Each leader in Ara has a number of special abilities determined by their personality traits, as well as a powerful
mein
and
Gott, schon
unique
wieder
leader trait
so viel
informed by their
reinlesen.
contributions to world
Oh
history.
mein Gott.
With a diverse global roster, we know players
Ah
will
gut, das
find
hat ein
leaders that they will
Strategiespiel an
want to
sich.
play. And even a few that may surprise them with how fun it is when those leaders are handed the reins of power.
For us at Oxide, player feedback is the only way to really understand what you're making. It gives us
Lol.
that priceless perspective from the people we're making Ara for, you.
Wenn ich eine Hängematte unter meinem Tisch platziere oder hinhänge, dann bricht
In the
erstmal der
end,
Tisch
we believe
5-mal
this makes for
zusammen.
a deeper connection between the players and the game.
One of my favorite examples is when we first introduced the concept of dangerous wildlife to the game. It turns out, in our first iteration, it was maybe a little bit too aggressive or disruptive. We knew we should probably make a change when one of our insiders made a forum post that was just,
Cougars, cougars,
Cougars, I hate cougars!
someone get these feline demons away from me. I'm happy to report, based on more recent feedback, that I think we ended up in a good place with the overall threat level of mountain lions to a player's citizenry.
It's been years of hard work to bring you a strategy experience like no other. And we're so excited that we can finally see the finish line. We can't wait for players to get their hands on the game later this year.
But the launch of Ara is only the beginning. We are going to maintain our insider program after the release date and continue to listen to players and
Jetzt
support
Go
the game
Live
into the
Service, ja
future.
gut, aber habe ich
On
eigentlich
behalf of
erwartet.
everyone at Oxide Games, thank you for joining us today. We can't wait for you to play Ara and to create your own history.
Auch Herbst. Ah, nur PC. Ja gut, macht auch Sinn. Da bin ich mal gespannt, ob es da überhaupt irgendwann eine Xbox-Version gibt. So, Indiana Jones, komm, jetzt bin ich gespannt.
Hej och välkommen till Uppsala, Sverige, här hos Machine Games. We are really excited to finally be able to share our work on Indiana Jones. Since the first film came out, Indiana Jones has always represented the ultimate adventure. Even today, it's one of the most iconic franchises in
Ich
pop
habe nur den
culture.
ersten und den aktuellsten Teil gesehen. Ich habe irgendwie keine Motivation, 2, 3 und 4 zu schauen. Oh nein, es ist wirklich First Person.
When Todd Howard first told us about his vision for the game, we knew we would be a very good fit to help bring it to life.
I've wanted to make an Indiana Jones game
Nein,
forever.
nein.
I had this idea for what it would be like and the story, what Indy was going after, what period of his life it was in, what kind of arc he was going to have. And as the years
Zerstör
went
bitte
on, I
nicht das
thought,
Spiel,
who
Todd.
would be like the best studio in the world to make this? And it was my friends at Machine Games. I can remember pitching Lucasfilm on the game and being, a little bit nervous because, look, it's, Indiana Jones, and their response was just overwhelmingly positive, and just that excitement has bled through the whole project, and they have just been so trusting and supportive of everything that we want to do with the game. It's been a long time. I've been a fan of this my whole life, and I couldn't be more excited to show
ich
you
hoffe,
what the team here has
ich
been
hoffe,
up
er hat
to.
gelabert
Let's
und
take
es
our
ist
first
Third
look
Person.
at the new
Weil
Indiana
keine Ahnung,
Jones
ich
game.
weiß nicht, ob ich das in First Person sehen will.
Let me tell you what you are missing, Dr. Jones. While you were playing your pointless game, I was playing you. You're wondering if maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning instead of ending up here, dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
Boah, das sieht sehr gut aus. Es ist First Person.
History.
Weiß ich nicht.
Just different ways to interpret the past. Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs, scattered and buried. Just waiting to be found.
Boah, aber grafisch sieht's echt gut aus.
You can't just run away from your problems, Indiana.
Ein Bethesda-Spiel, was gute Gesichtsanimationen hat. Jetzt darf ich sagen. Hä? Warte, gibt's auch Third-Person-Passagen? Ja!
Throughout history,
oh mein Gott.
mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle.
Copyright Claim. Da, 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 da.
I've had run-ins with these guys before. Trust me, it ain't a walk in the park.
Okay then, let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I?
Ich frag mich, wann das Spiel. Das Spiel. Boah, was ich sehe, habe ich übelst Bock drauf, bin ich ehrlich.
Patron of the fallen angels, protector of the Chukulimani, the Great Circle.
Okay. Ich glaube, das habe ich sogar irgendwo gelesen letztens.
You have any idea how old
Aber ich glaube, dass das eingetragen wurde, Copyright, also patentmäßig. Ah, ihr wisst, was ich meine.
Indiana Jones is such
Oha.
an iconic character, and he means so much to so many people. Everyone here at the studio has their own indie stories and memories. Most of us grew up with his adventures and have been fans of the movies and the character for years.
Machine Games ist wirklich so ein junges
He's a
Team.
brilliant archaeologist, he's a charismatic everyman, he's passionate and determined. And for us, he's synonymous with adventure.
Now we have the opportunity to tell a new Indiana Jones story for a modern gaming audience. Our game is all about putting you in Indy's shoes, letting you see and feel what he sees and feels. For us at Machine Games, we do that best through first person. It's the ideal perspective to bring you into the rich, exciting, and interactive world we've built. We believe that being up close and personal to the adventure is key.
Nur 60
Making each
FPS.
action feel like your own.
Also fühlt sich zumindest so an vom
Whether it's
Gesehenen.
cracking your whip, solving puzzles in ancient temples, or seeing your knuckles go bloody in a fistfight, all of these moments are much more intense in first person.
But we still want you to have those moments. Seeing his iconic silhouette with the hat, the whip, and so for things like cutscenes and environmental traversal, we pull the camera back for a third person.
Oh, perfekt. Sehr gut. Also es...
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is
Ja,
set
perfekt.
between Raiders
Meine
of the
Frage
Lost
wird
Ark
auch
and The
beantwortet.
Last Crusade.
When our game begins, Indiana is
Ja,
working
perfekt,
at
dann kann ich das
Marshall
Spiel ja storymäßig
He
spielen.
wakes up in the middle of the night to the sounds of a break-in and rushes to confront the thief in the college museum. The mysterious giant of a man makes off with what seems to be a historically insignificant artifact, sparking Indiana's curiosity.
Who the hell are you?
Following the trail, Indiana heads to the Vatican, hoping to learn why this particular relic was stolen, and
Hund
discovers
sieht ein
that
bisschen
things
unscharf
aren't what
aus.
they appear.
He starts pulling at the strings of a mystery, and it all unravels until he has no choice but to see it through to the end, whatever the end may be.
On next plane to Rome. Stop. Need help. Stop. Meet me in Vatican. Stop. Indy.
We always talk about how clever Indiana Jones is. That had to be one of our guiding principles when we were thinking about the type of game we were making. It wouldn't be Indy if he wasn't using his wits to get through the situation. The most authentic Indiana Jones experience we can make is the one that makes you think first.
Sure, there will be some obstacles that will be more easily overcome.
Ich bin nicht mal gespannt, ob das Xbox exklusiv wird. Wäre fair, Spider-Man ist ja auch PlayStation exklusiv. Beziehungsweise gibt's auch auf PC.
We always want to be
Ihr
offering
wisst,
more
was ich meine.
solutions, whether it's trying a different path through the environment to get around enemies, observing enemy patrols and using them to your advantage, or using the tools at your disposal, like the whip.
It's an amazing global adventure with action propelling you through
Aber
your
es ist genau das, was ich erwartet habe von Indiana Jones Spiel. Sehr gut.
Indy's journey will take him to the forgotten temples of Sukhothai, the pyramids of Egypt, the snow-peaked Himalayas, and beyond.
We look carefully at each location and the time period the game is set in, and we're trying to make it as authentic and accurate as possible.
We love creating rich, vibrant worlds, and in this game, we also had the goal of making it feel like a true cinematic Indiana Jones adventure.
One of the biggest ways to do that is with the music. John Williams,
Ich dachte, die haben
the original
einfach
composer for the Indy
Filmmusik
films,
benutzt.
and we're really lucky
Ja,
to have found
perfekt.
Gordy Hub, a composer who's been able to capture Williams' essence with his score for The Great Circle.
We also take a very movie-like approach to things like cinematics. We're very physical with our production style. We use a lot of stunt actors. Things like this help us bridge the gap between making a game and making a movie.
And of course, our characters do a lot to help bring the world to life as well. Next to Indy, Gina is our other main protagonist. Where Indy is pursuing answers just for the sake of curiosity, Gina has a personal stake in getting to the bottom of the core mystery.
Gina is an investigative reporter who has a lot riding on this adventure. She's been tracking a lead for some time, and now she's found an ally in this determined American professor. Their paths are intertwined, and they'll need each other in order to
Ich
get
hoffe
to the
mal, sie ist
bottom
besser
of this
geschrieben
mystery.
als
Okay, then. Let's see if you can
die Nichte. War das die Nichte von Indy in Teil 5?
What do you mean if I can keep up?
We always
Aber
love
die Leute, die
our
den
villains.
gesehen
I
haben,
think
wissen
we
es.
might have found our favorite one yet in Emmerich Voss. He's this intensely psychological man. He's obsessed with the human mind and manipulating it.
He's highly intelligent and the perfect foil for Indy. They're both brilliant people, compelled by their passions and obsessions, but driven down wildly different roads.
He creeps up on you and gets under your skin like he gets under Indy's skin. It's captivating.
Dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
One of our mottos for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is adventure first. But in every indie adventure, there are always those moments where he finds himself in the action.
That's been one of those balancing acts for us, and we've ended up with this sort of hybrid experience that mixes melee combat, stealth, and gunplay.
How you approach any given situation is up to you. You may choose to sneak around an enemy patrol, or maybe you'll just pick up a shovel and whack them on the back of the head. And when you can't use your wits, you got Indie's most iconic tool. Just like you see in the movies, one of our goals has been to make the whip as fun and multi-purposed as possible. We want it integrated into every aspect of the game.
You can use it as a traversal tool to make your way around the environment. You can use it as a distraction.
Oh, geil.
You can absolutely use it in combat. Everything you'd expect from Indie's whip. And hopefully a little bit more.
Ich sehe schon, da werkeln Profis dran, die sich auch für die Reihe interessieren.
Discovery is so important to Indiana Jones. Obviously, there are a handful of puzzles on the main path, but a lot of the puzzles are optional and are just there for the players who want to experience them. Epic traps, small secrets, and hidden puzzles that blend right in with their surroundings.
One thing I love about our game is the level of interactivity that we have. We have this world of mystery where anything could potentially hide a secret. The more you look, the more you'll discover.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I want to thank you all for
Boah, was
joining
kommen
us for our
dieses
big
Jahr für
reveal
krasse
of
Spiele
Indiana
oder kommt das
Jones
jetzt
and the Great
nächstes?
Circle. Machine Games is known for creating these rollercoaster experiences with huge set pieces, surprising twists, and immersive narratives. It's exciting for us that we have been able to stay so true to the Indiana Jones franchise and create such an authentic experience while still being able to showcase what makes us us. We are making a game for everyone, whether you are very familiar with the franchise or not. Because at the heart of Indiana Jones is an incredible adventure, and I think that's something everyone wants to be part of. I'm also very excited to announce that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be coming later this year.
Oh,
and we
dieses Jahr.
cannot wait
Lol,
to share
total.
more soon.
What the fuck? Ey, geil. Bock. Also, for real, langsam machen sich die Investitionen von Microsoft bemerkbar. Perfekt. Oh, okay. Also, hier steht zumindest nur Series XS, PC und Game Pass. Weiß ich jetzt nicht, ob unbedingt da jetzt auch PlayStation und Switch. Ja, Switch sowieso nicht. Aber wer dann wohl woanders hin? Was kommt jetzt? Ach, Outro. Ey, aber geil. Also, ich denke mal, kommt immer drauf an, wie für einen das Pacing ist. Bezüglich den Spielen. Ob die einen interessieren oder nicht. Aber mich hat halt wirklich jedes Spiel interessiert. Der Square-Teil hätte ruhig ein bisschen kürzer sein können, meiner Meinung nach. Aber sonst fand ich es halt einfach richtig gut. Also, ist so an den richtigen Stellschrauben geschraubt. Zumindest von den Xbox-Studios. Ey, wirklich auf jedes Spiel Bock.
Stay happy.
Stand jetzt eigentlich bei dem Vision of Mana, heißt der Teil so? Ob der Game Pass kommt? Ich glaub nicht, oder?
My name is Masaru Oyamada. 今作はアクション RPG 聖剣伝説のアクション部分が強化されています。
Ja, mal gucken. Ich freue mich auf jeden Fall auf die E3-Show von Microsoft in 5 Monaten. Circa. Werden wir natürlich auch streamen. Oder halt, ich werde eine Reaction hochladen. Je nachdem. Aber dazwischen kommen natürlich auch noch Videos. Keine Sorge. Ja, perfekt. Hat mir gefallen. Sehr gut. Können die nächstes Jahr gerne wieder machen. Kein Problem, Microsoft. Ja. Dieser macOS minimieren Animation. Ja, wie schon gesagt, hat mir sehr gefallen. Und ja, dann würde ich sagen, beende ich die Reaction hier. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Und die Premiere ist vor 18 Minuten abgelaufen, das ist schade. Ja, und man sieht sich dann bei einem weiteren Stream oder Video von mir wieder. Bis dann.